back, everyone. Well, I'm joined now with meteorologist Devontae Dixon. How are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. I woke up, though, and I wasn't expecting it to be so hot outside. It was hot.
It is a cool to mild start to the day, and then as we head into the afternoon, it will be pretty warm. But I will say the weekend was great. We had sunshine, temperatures were warm, but with the low humidity,
weekend,
it made for a pleasant weekend.
Yeah, you know, I woke up this morning and I'm so used to grabbing like my jacket to put on just because I'm used to it being cold, and I immediately lost that jacket.
Yeah, you won't need that jacket this week. And in fact, if you're heading out the door anytime today, what you will need is a pair of sunglasses because we are expecting more sunshine. You can see it right there on our Creed and Creed Tower Cam looking over the wonderful city of Monroe. But it will be warm, and I know I just mentioned that over the weekend it was warm. Yes, temperatures made it into the lower 80s, and even last week it was pretty warm with temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 70s. And these temperatures are just well above average for this time of year. We should be in the mid 60s, and yeah, temperatures were in the 70s and 80s over the past 5 days, and we're expecting more of the same for this week. Temperatures right now, though, well, we're warming up under that sunny sky. We're sitting in the low to mid 60s, 65 in Monroe, matching that in Tallulah as well as Natchez and El Dorado. You are, in quotes, our cool spot sitting at 61 degrees. It's by all means not cool heading out. It is mild, but temperatures are warming up into the 80s this afternoon. Satellite radar showing a clear sky overhead. Lots of sunshine. A lot of that is on tap as we go throughout the day today, as you can see right there on that lunchtime planner. So, hey, why not? If you want to relax on the patio and enjoy your lunch that way, it is great weather to do so. Temperatures are in the mid 70s around noon, with a light breeze more so out of the south and southwest. But as we head into the afternoon, up we go. Temperatures are climbing into the lower 80s across much of the region. There may be some spots that only top out in the upper 70s, but it's still going to be warm this afternoon. We're looking at a high near 79 in Natchez, 81 in Tallulah, as well as Monroe and El Dorado. So definitely not feeling like spring, or should I say winter, because spring doesn't officially begin until March 20th. But as we head through the rest of the week, it is going to be feeling more like summer across the ArkLaMiss, as temperatures are aiming for the mid, maybe even upper 80s. I get to that in just a second, but if you are going to be out late tonight or early tomorrow morning, you can expect temperatures in the upper 50s, quite mild with a partly cloudy sky over the region. High temperatures, like I mentioned, we are climbing into the mid 80s. We're looking at lower 80s for your Tuesday and Wednesday, but once we get to Thursday, temperatures will aim for the mid 80s, but I would not be surprised if some areas touch the upper 80s. Yes, just that warm. And then it's going to stay rather warm. Even heading into the weekend, although temperatures will cool down a little bit thanks to the rain and clouds. And as you can see, we do have a slight chance of seeing a few showers over the area or even thunderstorms for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but coverage will be limited. And it is possible that a lot of you make it through Friday without seeing a drop of rain. That will change, though, as we head into the weekend. We are tracking a system that will be situated nearby. That, along with a surge of moisture, will lead us to those increasing rain and storm chances for the weekend. And that will be some much needed rain as we still have drought conditions in place. And we're looking at picking up to 3 inches of rain through the weekend across the ArkLaMiss, with isolated higher amounts possible. And although we are expecting rain at this time, severe weather is not expected, nor flash flooding. But if that threat, if we end up having the threat of flash flooding or severe weather, of course, we will let you know in the coming days. But for now, we're just looking at some much needed rain through the weekend. And it's unfortunate because I know many of you may have plans over the weekend, but just know you will need to include an umbrella in those plans because it will be a rather wet weekend. Here's a full look at that 7-day forecast. High temperatures in the low to mid 80s through Friday. On Friday, highs will be in the mid 80s, but over the weekend, we are gradually cooling down. Low 80s on Saturday with rain and thunderstorms on tap. And then we round out the weekend with highs in the mid 70s and overnight lows in the 60s. Just a reminder that daylight saving time begins Sunday morning at 2. So do not forget to set your clocks ahead 1 hour.